people are very passionate about that, and they make sure to take time away from work to pursue those activities. Hey guys, welcome to this video. This is Steven, and in today's video, I'm going to answer a question from a friend who wants to move to Australia. And he says, what is life all about over here? So I moved to Australia 2 years back, or close to 2 years back. So I'm going to give an answer based on my personal experiences for this 2 years, and based on what I've observed living out here in Sydney. So yeah, I moved to Australia 2 years back, and the reason that I moved is because Australia was really beautiful. Everything that had good infrastructure, which is the case, which is what I found when I moved here. It has a lot of natural beauty. So there's a lot of like beaches. You have the great outdoors, as it's called, or the great outback. You have like deserts in the interior part of Australia. You have beaches around Australia, and it's a very beautiful country. So due to it being a very beautiful country, a lot of people are into like outdoor sports and outdoor events. So people are really into camping. People are like going out for like trips, like weekend getaways, and I guess that's the case in most other countries as well. People like to go out on the weekend, but over here you have like nature, and like going out camping is more of a thing than in other places. Another thing that struck me when I moved to Australia is that people in general are kind of fun loving. They're very witty, and they like banter. So that's like back and forth conversation between people, uh, kind of poking jokes at others in a kind of friendly manner, is what I've seen is like something that's unique in Australia, or more so from where I've come from. It's kind of like in the culture out here to just have a more laid back and relaxed nature. But that doesn't mean that people don't work. I've noticed that when people work, they really work, and people are very guarded about the time that they have when they're at work. So most people, in most cases, I've seen that people work like the standard hours that they're supposed to work, and after that they go home. They maybe spend time with the family, or they take part in any extracurricular activities, which is another thing that I see that's very common in Australia, that most people have some sort of sport, passion, or hobby that they pursue outside of their work life, outside of working hours, and people are very passionate about that, and they make sure to take time away from work to pursue those activities. um, Australia also has like great climate compared to say other parts of the world. It's not too hot, not too cold for the most part, and that allows you to like go outdoors and do activities all throughout the year, um, which is which is what most people do out here, or I've seen most people do. Another thing I noticed about Australia is that Australians or people in Australia love their coffee, and you'll see like loads of cafes around which sell coffee on like a regular basis. Back where I moved from, like tea was a thing. Like I was not used to having coffee, but once I moved here, I started developing kind of a taste for coffee. And yeah, I just feel that people in Australia have way more coffee than other parts of the world. So yeah, coffee is a huge thing here in Australia. I remember when I first moved here, like for the first month that I was here, I felt kind of like out of sorts because it was a new country, and I seen everyone like walking, or not everyone, like most people walking with like a cup of coffee in their hand in the morning, and I just like for some reason I went to a coffee shop and I got like a cup of coffee, and just for some reason walking around with that cup of coffee kind of made me feel a bit more like integrated and a bit more at home, because yeah, I was like walking with a cup of coffee, and all of a sudden I'm cool. That's at least what went on in my head. So yeah, Australians love their coffee. Their they love going to like pubs and bars, or people who are interested in drinking. The pubs and bars out here have like good beer, good alcohol in general. So for those of the people who are interested in drinking or having a drink after work, or having a beer after work, that's like a thing as well. So in general, I think people are more laid back. People are very social as well, like to catch up with others on a regular basis. And it's pretty much what you expect in every other country happens in Australia, but these are just some of the general things that I observe that are kind of more prominent. And life in Australia is really what you make it to be. So you can have like a great life, you can have like a life that's not great as well, but it's just like life in any other country. You come here and you make the most of it. You make the most of what's around you. Make the most of your surroundings, the people around you, and you find your way and you live the life that you want. Hopefully. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on like life in Australia and what life is all about. If you have any other opinions, like I'd love to hear them. Like drop a comment in case I missed anything. Drop a comment and let me know what it was. Hit the like button and share this with anyone who you think might find this useful. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.